to the well and get their own water. So that night the Sultan came back to Hamid's house and said, well, what did you do today when you heard that you were not allowed to sell water? Hamid said, well, I did look up to the heavens and say to Allah, what is this that you want me to do? And just then a group of wood choppers came by. So I asked them, can I join you to chop wood? And I went along with them and I gathered wood, and then I came back to the town. I was able to sell it, and I had enough money for an evening meal to buy our needs. Oh, said the Sultan. So the next day, the Sultan called the captain of his guard, and he said, today I want you to round up all the wood choppers. Give them a uniform and a sword, and they will be the guards at my palace. Well, of course, when the captain of the guards and his soldiers went out, Hamid was one of those who was gathered up and conscripted, given a uniform and a sword, and made to stand at a point along palace walls and stand guard all day. Well, at the end of the day, Hamid found out that guards only get paid once a month. It was the first of the month. So there was going to be no money forthcoming for one whole month. How was he going to eat? How was he going to take care of his wife? So when he was back home, he happened to look over, and there was the sheath with the sword that had been handed out to him. And he had a thought. So, you know, as a young boy, he'd been a great whittler. So he took a piece of wood and he whittled a sword that was the image of the sword that was in his sheath. And he went out and sold the sword. He had enough money for a whole month. So when the Sultan arrived at his door, asked him how he got on, Hamid told him the whole story. Sultan said, what about if the Sultan finds out about this? Oh, said Hamid, that's not my affair. I don't have concerns about the future. Well, the next day, the Sultan said, everyone has to come to the town square. There is to be an execution of a man who stole a melon from my garden. So, of course, all the townspeople came. Hamid, the guard, and the rest of the guards were there. And then the Sultan instructed his head guard